It's America's birthday, so we are going to make a card. Let's get into it. All right, so before we get into creating the cards for today, I wanted to show you this really cute card I created. So my daughter and my niece, they wanted to make some 4th of July shirts with some fabric strips, and I thought it was the cutest idea. So I decided to turn mine into a card. Love that. And then these are from Tim Holtz. These are like some brads, and then this is like a little chip. So I just put 1776 and then Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. Super cute. There's no tutorial. Didn't really film it. I filmed something short for Instagram, but that's pretty much it. So all I did was sewed the strips together with a little bit of lace. There we go. All right, first off, I want to say that Erin Lee Creative sent this package to me, no strings attached. I honestly didn't even know it was coming, so it was a surprise. However, I love creating anything patriotic themed, America. If you've been on my channel for some time, you know that I create several things throughout the year, and I absolutely love these. So I am going to put them to use today. I have a few ideas. I'm going to pull in some other things from my stash, but I just wanted to highlight these real quick. I have a feeling that these will probably sell out. So if you see these, grab them. I absolutely love this one, the stencil too. It's the American flag, but with the Pledge of Allegiance. Love that. And of course, you can't have 4th of July without some fireworks, so I love this as well. I think the one I'm going to be using is probably this one, maybe this one, and this one. I don't know. I have like 3 ideas. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them, but the first idea is pretty simple. We're going to use this one. It says, stand for the flag, kneel for the cross. Love that. Okay. And then I just have to highlight some of these stamps. She loves Jesus and America too. Land of the free because of the brave. Just, they're amazing. And then look at this super cute bow. Oh, I love that. Okay. So I actually have some distress watercolor paper that I'm going to be using some sprays on. So of course I'm going to bring in my cooling rack. Actually, like this. I'm already getting it dirty. Okay. I'm going to spritz with a little bit of water, and then I'm just going to go in and just spray a little bit. I don't want these to mix too much because they will turn to purple. So I try to limit the amount that they kind of mingle together. I do want it pretty saturated because my plan is to just stamp and then use some white embossing powder with this quick sentiment. All right, I'm gonna dry this. All right, so I'm going to take the caps off my sprays, and then I'm going to carefully add some splatters. And I want the blue to stay down here, and then of course the red up top as much as possible. I think I already got a little bit of blue up there, but it's okay. And we're just adding more interest to the background here. Nothing crazy. The 2 colors I'm using, I forgot to mention, the red is Lumberjack Plaid and Chipped Sapphire for the blue. Okay, and then once I have the splatters on there, I am going to take some water in my hand and then just kind of sprinkle that on there as well. And then kind of carefully, there we go. And then we're going to dry this again. All right, we're gonna add some more water splotches here. And then we're going to dry. All right, so for this one, I'm going to be using this stamp here. And I am just going to stamp it with some Versamark ink and then use some white embossing powder. Pretty simple. All right, so with the same color inks, I'm going to use this stencil just to add a little bit more interest to that background, but kind of in random areas. I was going to use some oxide, but then I decided that that might be a little too chalky. So I'm just gonna take this, sort of line it up, not very super important because I'm just gonna kind of randomly add some stenciling. Darker in some areas and then lighter in others. All right, so now I am going to first make sure this is completely dry, and then I'm going to do this stamping. Go in with this anti-static powder tool. I'm going to be using some Versamark ink. This is a very sticky ink so that the white embossing powder will stick to it. All right, and my favorite white embossing powder is the super fine detail white embossing powder from Ranger. Perfect. Got it in a few little extra spots, but that's okay. All right, and then what I like to do is cover up my sentiment, and then I'm going to add some white splatters. I'm going to be using this bleed proof white from Dr. P.H. Martin with a little bit of water to add some white splatters. I really love this stuff. I am going to cover up like this just because this stuff gets everywhere. So just going to kind of splatter it like this. All I'm doing is just tapping it like this. Then I'm going to cut this down and then mat it onto a card base. I'm just gonna add some tape runner on here. It's like the cutest little thing. It's like a tiny little ATG gun. So cute. So, okay, and then I'm just gonna place this just like that. So there's that one. All right, so for this card, I actually have this leftover United States die cut from my Backgrounds Reimagined class that I didn't use. So what I'm going to do to keep it simple is I ended up just adding some of the Chip Sapphire Distress spray to it. And I'm actually going to use the Pledge of Allegiance stencil and add some red to this background. Sort of in the middle-ish. And I want to try to keep that pretty straight there so that I don't mess it up. I am using Distress ink and I want to get it pretty saturated on here. But I also don't want to do it too perfect either because then it'll be too boxy for me. I may probably add some red splatters or something, but we'll see. Perfect. Just kind of building up that color on here. You could see my nails too. Perfect for 4th of July. All right. Love that. I am going to add some splatters because again, it's a little too boxy for me. Or you know what I could do actually is just add a little spritz of water just to get that kind of going there. And some splatters because, you know. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna dry this. Oh, I love that. That's what that one's gonna look like. Okay, and I do have a sentiment I thought that I would want to use. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp this. All right, so that's what that looks like. So it says faith, family, freedom. And then we're gonna add the United States die just like that. I love this. And then of course we'll add some white splatters. I'm gonna cut this down and then we're gonna add this to here. And I'm not gonna add these to card bases just yet, just they're easier to store. And then also I tend to get the backs of my card bases all messed up anyways. Then I end up having to switch it out. So I just decided over time that I was not going to add them to card bases anymore. All right, until I'm ready to give them out or send them or whatever. All right, so for this one, I'm actually going to be adding some spray adhesive to the back of this. And this is the 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. I have a whole video on which one is the best. So if you're in the market for one, I would check it out. And then we're just going to place this right here. I use the spray adhesive because it's simple. And this one works really, really well. And then I'm not having to like pick up any globs of glue or anything like that. So that is that one. But I do have one more idea. So this is another background that I had in my stash from the many patriotic American themed projects that I do. And this is a die from Paper Tray Ink. It's the United States, and I'm going to die cut this out. And then I'm going to use this stamp to stamp on the inside of it. I can't decide if I'm doing white or gold, probably white. And then I'm just going to add it to a white piece of cardstock that I embossed with some stars. I don't know if you could see that. All right, so I'm gonna use some Versamark ink. Just to ink this up. And again, this is a really sticky ink so that the embossing powder can stick to it. I do want to use some anti-static powder tool. Okay, and then we're just going to stamp that down. This is not going to be perfectly aligned because I wanted to make sure that I can read what it says. So it says, "There ain't no doubt I love this land." And I wanted to make sure that I was able to read that. So I wasn't wanting to get in where all those little holes are for like Lake Michigan and up there. So let's see if I got a good impression. Seems like I did. So take my white embossing powder. Oh, I love that. Isn't that so cool? Okay, I am gonna kind of rough up the edge here. Just kind of tap my finger because I don't want it to be too perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna add some white splatters here just to kind of break up that color. And then that one's just gonna sit like that. Pretty simple, but I really love that. So, and I do feel like this one needs something else. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am just gonna add some of the spray adhesive and put it down, I think. Don't think I wanna add any splatters. No, you know what I'm gonna do to kind of grunge it up a little bit? I'm gonna cut this down a little bit and then rough up the edges. And then that will be the card, I think. All right, so I'm just gonna add this just like that. Perfect. And then I know it's hard to see, but I did use a star embossing folder So in person, there's some texture on there. And then I'm going to rough up the edges on this one. Now I'm going to pop this one up. I feel like it needs just something else. So I'm just going to use some foam adhesive. And then add this to the card panel. Perfect, just like that. So here are my 3 cards. And they were inspired by the new supplies that I got. However, I do like to mix and match just to kind of show you all that you don't really need everything new out there. Pick some old stuff out, pick some things that may not be 100% the theme that you're going for. Like if you have a star stencil, you could even draw your own American flag if you're looking for something sort of like this, you know. There's so many possibilities out there that you don't need everything out there. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you all later. Stay creative, my friends.